That brings us into our next matchup. Sahara, his road to top 8 from the winner's side. The only loss he had experienced was against Noah the Prodigy. At least one game within top 16. Other than that, he's been looking absolutely flawless against Koji Kyoji, Just a Kid, Foulmaster, Ruzu, Notch? Question mark? John
Notch.
backwards?
No. Oh, that's a, wow, you cracked that code real quick. Okay, I'm impressed. Yeah.
Shout outs to dyslexia sometimes.
I was gonna say, have you been watching game shows since Evo Jeopardy? Been logicking it together?
Trying to get your championship belt, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go run it back next year, Evo. But right now, Sahara and Nephew, it is going to be a great one. I talk about this all the time with Nephew, right? I imagine, or in my mind, he is just presumably going to get a Street Fighter 6 major eventually. He's in a prime position to do so right now. But Sahara has been a monster, right? Part of Good 8 squad, has been on the ad for quite a while. And whenever you get an ad of this caliber, it is extremely difficult to get into a range that feels comfortable for you to play at.
Yeah, and Sahara's been doing a very active job of keeping himself sharp with every single matchup, right? He has the team to do so, right? You have Gachikun, you have Pugera as well, and even like YHC Mochi. So you have like a plethora of different teammates to kind of like practice with. But I gotta say, man, there's a different type of playstyle to experience when it comes to playing against Nephew. Like Pugera could train you all he wants to. He's got Sagat, he's got Juri, but when it comes to the big stages, the big lights, Nephew plays something different.
Indeed, man. Nephew, I feel like since he's kind of grown up under the lights too, right? We've known about this guy from very young. We saw him at the Red Bull Battlegrounds years and years and years ago at this point.
True.
Honing his craft in Street Fighter V has obviously grown to be one of the premier North American players in Street Fighter, not only in 6, but obviously in 5 as well. Joined Team Liquid, went full-time esports, has been immaculate since and beforehand. And now he's looking to take that next step, right? Trying to ensure his spot at Capcom Cup 12.
Very excited to see it. Ed versus Juri, a matchup that we've seen woven into the meta multiple times this season. Actually, even once Ed was pretty much available to play. I want to see what happens in this matchup in the hands of two highly capable warriors in the winner's side. Now, talking about it too, the pacing of it all, before we actually get into that pacing, the win rate coming in from Nephew, taking down Broski, ending Walker. Very, very close set, by the way. Yep. I want to say Bryzy most of the time, Beslam, Rasta Cool 01, right on.
Yeah.
And then Majid towards the end.
Indeed, right. 92.3% as you highlighted, only dropping a game to ending Walker. Very close set where he was actually down. I believe ending Walker was at set point at a certain period of time, but Nephew was able to clutch it out and bring it back. Yeah, this dude, and this is very important, right? Whether it be playing ranked online or playing in the pools where it's 2 out of 3, you got to develop a 2 out of 3 strategy to really thwart a lot of these players in such a volatile experience. And he's been able to do that time and time again with the Juri, really establishing the character as a strong, just fundamental base. I'm going to sit back, I'm going to pick my spots to hit and run, not overcommit when I don't need to. And Juri is good at the all-around game, right? She's got ways to really apply pressure that's hard to get out of. And if she wants to sit back and like pick her spots to be careful, play at a range, she's got abilities to do that as well with like the Renko kicks, the roundhouse, got great range on them. And in general, obviously the driver is just quite strong for her as well.
And I'm glad you mentioned that all-around type of playstyle that Juri can implement, right? She's got so much pressure just off of her kit alone. When you look at the frame data, you look at her ranges, right? You can see how much of a threat she could really be. It really does depend on how often Nephew scores these knockdowns against Sahara, right? When we talk about Ed, we talk about a lot of his strengths, but let's kind of highlight one of his biggest weaknesses, right? He does not have a proper reversal that will be enough on time to stop an opponent, right? There are multiple ways to bait out the OD uppercut. It's not going to be active until like double digits, 12th or 13th frame, I forget. But either way, right? There are moments where you could bait those out. Sahara does a really great job of masking his execution when it comes to throwing out these OD uppercuts, and you see it multiple times in the sets that he does play. So the question is, how will Nephew score these knockdowns and score continuous pressure, and how will Sahara find his way out of it?
Indeed, well, we're about to find out the other half of Winter Semis. Let's get into it. Sahara, Good 8 squad, Liquid Nephew for Winners Finals berth.
Damn, that was mad active.
Oh. All right, look at checking through the drive rush, and look at that. Sahara trying to perfect parry the first jump in. That's going to give Nephew some intel for sure. But speaking of which, right back at you with the punish counter throw on the perfect parry attempt.
I gotta say, he has been so successful with a lot of these level 1s thus far throughout the entirety of the tournament.
Yeah, we saw it plenty up against Ending Walker. We're seeing it here represented against Sahara as well. And Nephew will do that a lot when he's low on the bar, right? When he's around that 2-bar threshold, he doesn't want to spin the meter to put himself low. He'd rather spin the level 1 and then use that drive to take advantage afterwards.
He scored the counter hit. It was a throw overhead. Late block from Sahara.
Oh, and Nephew, he's getting the back throw right. He was being defensive about it. Baits out the ODDP. You called it to start the set, right? How is Nephew going to play around that? Because Sahara likes to represent it. There it is. And I'll tell you what, he started that comeback at the end with Sahara not showing the anti-air as well, right? Then it goes back to Nephew getting that empty jump throw on the parry punish to start the set.
Pretty good observation. Let's see if Nephew actually takes up to this guy's. Okay, wait, let's talk about this ODDP first. Okay, now takes to this guy's. Sahara actually ready for it.
Oh man, he's been trying to check these drive rushes right. He's been trading more often than not. That time though, unsuccessful entirely. And Nephew has rode that momentum to the corner. Actually checking afterwards. Nephew was trying to move after stocking up. Going after him. He spent a whole lot of drive meter and tried to cancel to avoid the punish counter throw. Still burns out, still gets thrown, and still gets baited. Nephew gonna be going up 1-0 in winter semifinals.
The defense looking kind of shaky for Sahara thus far. We're starting to see a little bit of panic, at least in game 1.
Yeah.
Nephew making the proper calls too on defense. And
he feels a little nervous to me, for sure. Like, just seeing him try to parry on the very first jump in tells me that he's a little shaky.
Okay. What's going to be the approach for the control against Nephew thus far? Damn! Does not exist, at least within these first couple of seconds. The Fierce connect against Sahara. Counter hits now. We're starting to see a couple of button presses where they don't belong. The backdash is here, though.
That was huge for Sahara right there. Getting the true punish on it as well, because we've seen Nephew cover those backdashes with super. No combos, no counter hit.
Boy, punish counter, ODDP.
Represents the ODDP proper that time. Not baited out from Nephew. Oh, he wanted the overhead parry attempt thrown again. The eye is there to not only burn you out, but stun you out. Nephew, 1 round up again.
2 steps ahead in this round. The call out against the blocked drive rush overhead, trying to take your turn back safely with a parry. I guess not safely enough.
Yeah.
Drive rush on in. Very extensive normal off that medium. Sahara not gonna bite.
Yeah, just harassing with that roundhouse. We talked about it, right? One of those longer range buttons that Juri's gonna need to represent up against the Kid of Ed.
On the rush now is Nephew. Plenty of medium punches and eventually gets Sahara to bait. Or sorry, to fall for the bait.
Exactly, that stay medium kick, right? First hit is so fast when it comes out.
That's right.
Oh, top of the roof with the level 2 conversion. Sets it up clean, makes sure to get that drive gauge drain as well. Oh, and the check was not there in time. Sahara, first round on the board.
Ain't never seen a big ball hit from the roof. That was crazy, though. That conversion entirely for the level 2. Sahara looking rather sharp when it comes to anti-air departments. In comparison to game 1, tied up within this game. What's the approach now? Try rush on in, knocking on the door a little bit, trying to get a frame trap. The Fierce is a punish counter and the delay! Coming in from Nephew's dive kick, changing up that timing, might be confusing Sahara. Let's see if he goes for the airborne approach yet again. If he gets that opportunity, Nephew might not need it just yet.
Yeah, right, from this distance, he's definitely gonna wanna play that CQC, setting up shot, try to get that Fierce in, and again, I believe it's 5 frames on the first hit of stand medium kick.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
5 and then goes towards 8.
Oh, busting out, but hey, that's gonna put him in burnout, so no easy response to the DI. He was gonna need to cancel in the super, but instead Nephew's gonna be the one doing that after the successful impact. He's gonna be going up 2-0 with 1 more game for winners finals.
An absolute monster when it comes to adaptation. This guy Nephew is doing a phenomenal job of keeping the threats contained from the mid-range, closing that gap and forcing Sahara to make some very difficult decisions on defense. Yeah, what else does he have, right? He's only going to be able to contest with normals.
Nephew, he's been showing him so many different looks, right, that Sahara's having a tough time. We finally saw a strong anti-air come out, only for Nephew to immediately do dive kick afterwards, and then get into that position where he didn't really need to jump again, right? So he's been really good at doing a great job of switching up the jump ins, whether it's with dive kick, picking spots where he's gonna present a cross up, so Sahara's gonna have a difficult time finding a cross cut right because of Ed's slower DP. It's difficult to really get that and make sure he hits it clean. Done a great job switching up the drive rush timings. You can tell that as well.
Potentially the last matchup, unless Sahara can find an answer. Can he do so? Game 3, Nephew already on the approach with that fierce Sahara. Just a couple of hits. Both spending their drive gauge rather quickly. Kill rush forward, getting that parry, punish counter. Ooh, no, he whiffed it!
Wow, the flicker punish going by the wayside, but it's all right. Again, a drop, and now this is actually gonna let Liquid Nephew, excuse me, get out without having any type of DI pressure in the corner. Almost that one bar as well. We've seen how dangerous Nephew has been with that one bar.
It's so wild after all of those mishaps and drops that Sahara had, still at the life benefit, actually, the life lead against Nephew. Trying to maintain his ground. Flickers are here. Calm about the drive rush, right?
Ooh, waited on that one. Even at the peak of the jump, still reached up. Made sure to uppercut her to the ground.
That's actually so godlike. He hits the light into the heavy. The way the animation looks.
That was definitely
that was
super popping.
Sick pickup, too. Damn, son!
All right, Sahara looks like he's settled down a bit now. Knows he has no more games to drop. Oh, but just as I say that, whiffs the big heavy kick.
Forward throw, drive rush on in. Very delayed standing medium punch, back-to-back throws, doing it again, plus frames. Sahara does get the back throw. After that big opener, drive rush it again. Not gonna go for any flicker pressure just yet. He's too scared to, perhaps. Or he's waiting for a different approach from Nephew. We get another throw.
He's trying to call out something where Nephew's going to be active about it, but he just takes the throws
Beautiful.
Into the grave. Good stuff from Sahara, really recognizing that Nephew was going to stay down back and for a majority of that defensive sequence. We saw it early on, right? He was waiting for him. You called it out where he wasn't trying to apply pressure, wanted to see what Nephew did, eventually honed in on the fact that Nephew was trying to block it out.
Absolutely worth the meter he spent to drive rush on in and continue that pressure. Sahara, can he do that again? Drive rush on in. Off of that cancel, applying pressure with the throws. He might see this opening and take it all the way through with the throws, right? Damn, punish counter! He was charging that bad boy forever.
Yeah, the flicker, he was establishing it, kind of just waiting for Nephew to do something. Speaking of waiting for Nephew, had a fierce on the other side of that drive rush. And now Sahara is rolling, bro. One round away from tying it up.
Little side note, it's crazy that Ed was like trained under the tutelage of Balrog when Balrog doesn't ever use like a traditional boxing style. Like, where'd he learn that?
Yeah, right. Balrog's coach helped you out? Like, there's definitely no way that Balrog taught you any of this.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Just the mindset of a boxer.
Yeah, true.
Many men wish death upon me, says Ed.
Oh boy. He's looking great. 1, 2, 3. Sahara, kill rush forward. Oh! A little awkward of an exchange, but still the throw. And benefit of Nephew, knocking on the door yet again. One more, he'll do it, and he does get the counter hit, right? Sahara stuck in this predicament. Nephew's throwing out different looks, but it's all ending in throw, right? It was always gonna be a normal first. Then you kind of have to guess.
Indeed, Nephew now on set point here. Being a winners finals, both players 3 meters to their name. It's gonna be an explosive round.
Sick.
Oh, and just staying tight with the compact string, right? Going with the lights, caught Liquid Nephew, trying to press buttons back. Finds the jump out, empty jump as well to ensure he doesn't get punished on the landing. Didn't even want to test the cross up.
Great defense from Nephew too, not fearing the threat of the back throw from Sahara. That's not gonna happen. The uppercut not gonna be in time. Level 3, let's get a little bit of a trade-off for the gauge and also the life.
Like this a whole lot from Nephew here, right? You gotta handicap Sahara a little bit by putting him below the 2-bar threshold while he's got plenty of drive meter to work with. Spin some on the drive rush cancel. That delay tech though has Sahara much healthier in the drive rush. Save for Nephew now, and he baits out the throw attempt.
Carrying the light, still punish counterable. We do get the back throw, drive rush on in, the impact, Nephew not ready for it. CA is on deck, he's gonna have to spend it if he wants to keep moving on, which he will, very obvious, but Sahara surviving the threat.
Do nothing but smile as he tested Nephew right out of the gate. He's like, I haven't been showing a lot of DI, let's do it now. It's a big opportunity if it succeeds. And Nephew, was not ready with the counter back. What a way to tie up the set here. 1 game to go into winners finals.
he's got to be smiling. It's like, I guess it works against all ages outside of Japan.
Right? Legit, man. It really feels like people are testing everybody more and more again. It's like, you know, that's how the game started, and then everybody was like, all right, people are getting good at counter DIing. They kind of stopped doing it a little bit, but now it feels like it's fully back.
It's the classic bell curve. It happens.
It is. It 100% is the classic bell curve.
Oh. Trying to escape via movement. Nephew getting clipped and paying dearly for it. The frame kill and the delay. Now mixing it up, the options are so ambiguous. Perfect parry. Let me get the side switch real quick, and also let me drain your drive gauge while you're here. No! Sahara, he's so adamant about holding on to it. Will he even survive? No, he won't. At least the burnout.
Yeah, I like that a lot, right, Nephew? And then take it to the skies immediately, just in case Sahara woke up with a level 1 or level 2. Very, very smart stuff from Nephew. He was going to dodge the wake-up super and then pretty much trapped him into a chip kill. In this case, Sahara tried to get out of it and got hit.
Oh, a delay from Nephew actually gets himself blown up with the OD uppercut against Sahara. Deep uppercut.
Indeed, catching that jump in from Nephew, who's been trying to cycle through the approach options, but Sahara, beautiful back dash into the punish on the whip throw. We got Liquid Nephew in the corner now, trapped.
Word, he just charges the fierce right in front of him. Nephew, he's opting for movement upon wake up, and he gets severely punished for it yet again. But this time, Sahara manages to score himself the round. Both now at match point. 2 bars apiece, almost dead even in regards to the resource game.
Yeah, winner goes on to the finals. Of course, loser drops down. Oh, wow. The dash, medium punch. Sahara a little late on the check, gets counter hit, but another big backdash. No punish this time, but still catches Nephew trying to move, and the level 3, he throws it up, and DK Metcalf coming down with it. Oh no! What? Looked like he dash forward in fierce, but that was too much startup. Allowed Sahara to get a back throw, and now Sahara, with all the meter in the world here, he's gonna be able to close it out and put himself in winners finals to face his countrymate Kings Vega for an all-Japan affair.
The call out against a delay tech is all I could think about. In that exact moment where Nephew lost his turn, lost his momentum off of that delayed heavy punch right in front of Sahara, I'd imagine it was because he was trying to figure out whether or not Sahara would actually delay.
Yeah, I think that is definitely the case. Oh, you can hear the crowd chanting for Sahara, but I think that is the case, right? You slow down your button a little bit just to try to blow up that timing of the delay throw. Sahara, I believe, immediately woke up with the throw, right? He didn't delay it at all, and because of that, it was just enough frames to actually throw the button. Yeah, great call, Vicious.
And overall, the back and forth, man, it's been so interesting to see some of the, I want to say, like, exploits that have occurred between both players, right? Sahara pretty much taking advantage of Nephew's, I guess, I don't want to say inconsistencies, but like kind of like a reluctancy to tech throw, right? This is that exact round, right, where it happened, getting himself another, or at least one game on the board, but then you see Nephew kind of firing right back.
Sahara had some real clutch reads on the tendencies of Nephew towards the end of the set, right? Because you mentioned how he really honed in on the fact that Nephew was going to be willing to down back it out in that instance, right? And then I believe it might have been that round we saw in the corner right there. Nephew tried to be more active defensively in the corner after establishing that he was going to down back a lot of it out. And Sahara was still able to beat him to a lot of the buttons, a lot of the options that Nephew was presenting. Just honestly, great adjustment over time. Because remember, this set started 2-0 Nephew, and Sahara able to complete the 3-game comeback.